Welcome to the shop. Hope you're having a great day. Alright, it's Kydex day, so we got a lot of Kydex to do. I got all three of these knives to do. I might end up keeping this one just because there's some things off on it that I don't feel comfortable selling. I mean, if someone looks at it, they're going to be like, man, that's an awesome knife. But when I look at it, all I see are things that are off. So I don't think, I don't know. Then I got this one to do, which this one was definitely go up for sale. Because, yeah, that's just a badass knife. And then this one. Yeah, man. Another badass knife. That's why I like the removable scales. See, I can't, these are pinned on there, and the little things I need to fix, I can't take off because they're like right in here. So, that's why I hate doing pinned scales. But, you know, live and learn. I'll put my website up here, where you can get shirts, knives, all that good stuff. Amazon links are down below. Alright, let's just get right to it. So I have this one piece, and I'm going to cut it in half and get two, hopefully, out of it. It's like 14 3/4, so I cut it about 7 1/4, but I don't want all this piece up here. In fact, I don't even want, you've got the blade that's here, so I want it to fit in here. You just have to score it with a blade. Flip it, bend it, break it, knock everything over. One now becomes two. I got this whole brand new piece just in case. Might as well cut a piece out while I'm here. That's one thing about Kydex. I want to leave that in just because it's hilarious. That's one thing about Kydex. It's a lot cheaper to buy in bulk, but man, it's a pain in the butt too. Alright, let me put this up. Now, I don't do a lot of Kydex, but I do always save my pieces. In fact, this little piece right here goes right in there. Oh, come on. Yeah, that'll work. And then this big piece should go, yeah, right in there. And right, okay, we're good. So let's take this up. Plug my oven in now. I got it at like 350. I usually just pull it over. Then you take your knife and you cut out. Like that. Then you push it down. Push it out. Boom. Boom. Then I take it here. See, it bunches up when you cut in. So I always say cut out, but watch your fingers. I usually leave that piece there out. See, when you cut down here, you want to try to leave some to hold your little piece here. Now, the only reason for this piece is for when it slides out of the Kydex, you don't have to worry about it when you're shaping it. This will already be open. If you don't put this piece in, you don't have to, but the Kydex is going to close around this. It's going to make it a pain in the butt. Some people put 2 layers on, some people put 4 or 5. I usually just do 3 layers. So same thing like I just did there. 2 more layers on each side. Gotta listen to my music. High speed. I better check my heat. Woo! We're up to 400. Yeah. Let's crank that back down a little bit. 345, 46. Let's turn it up just a little bit. I like it at like 375, 400. Alright. There we go, 370. Oh, my gloves. I need to get some more of these because these got holes in them. That's alright. Keep me on my toes. 370, 375. 400. Turn it down just a little bit. There we go. I like to put the shiny side down. Oh shit. I almost forgot this part. Alright, now. Yeah, there's the one with the bad finger, so. Good Lord. Everything's in my way. There we go. Oh, we don't want it melting though. Alright, here we go. I like to put it right down in the middle, kind of quarter like that. Make sure everything's straight. Boom. Hey, Mr. Spider, did I disturb you? Come on. I don't kill spiders. Spiders are good for you. They keep bugs out of the way. Come on, guy, let's go. You're messing up my Kydex. Let me put him back in his corner. I'll grab another clamp then. He had a little web in there. I didn't want to wreck his home. Now with this, when I made this, I took hinges. You can see hinges right there. But I widened the holes. See, these holes are wider. That way when you clamp the front, it holds here. But then you can put clamps on the back to make it tighter. So the Kydex holds a lot tighter. Alright, let me unplug this. 10 or 15 minutes and we'll come back and check it. Next one's ready to go. But I'm not going to show that. But I did use the double piece. So you can see it's there and then up here. Because I realized if I don't, the Kydex is going to clamp over here. And I don't want that either. So I want it to slide right out. So this is up. But let's take this out and see what it looks like, and then I got two us. So let's take this out. I can't speak. Let's take this out. Then I'm gonna do the other two, and then we'll cut them up and drill them and all that good stuff. Woo! Yeah. Look at that definition. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So I'll be back. I gotta clean all this stuff up and yeah, I guess we'll drill holes and all that next. Alright, so I just drew this one out for Instagram, but I'll show you how I do it. I gotta put these up first, so next time I do Kydex, I have them. I'll be honest, I had to do this one over just because it was all humped up and I didn't like the way it looked. So with it, I figure we'll come back about here. And here's where it comes out, right here. You know, this one's a weird one because it has that forward choil on it. I like to bring mine out. I don't know why I do it, bring them out like this, but I just like the look of it. And I keep it, let's see. I do it all by eye. But I know a lot of guys are complaining that, you know, they have no artistic skills and can't draw and stuff, so it's like between 5/8 and 3/4. Yeah, that one's 3/4, so 5/8, I would say at least 5/8, 3/4. Woo, that one came close. And if you have to, here I go drawing. If you have to, go right to the edge. Here's the edge of your knife. So go 3/4. Give yourself room. Right to the edge of the knife, 3/4. And then just connect the dots. You know, If you can't draw, I know you can connect the dots. And then this side, you know, if you have room, like on this one, there's a lot of room here, so I put one there just for the looks. Now here's the next part. Tech locks, I can't find I bought a tech lock just for this to mark it out, and I can't find where I put it. But what a tech lock is 3/4 and 1.5 inches. What I do is, let's see, this one has that forward choil that comes up here. So this is probably a bad one to start with, but anyway. You figure out where you want your first one. I usually put my first one, here's where the choil comes down and then goes into the knife right here, that little spot. This little spot right here, between the choil and the blade. And I'll usually break it right there. Boom, that's my first one. That way I know I have retention right there on the blade. And, you know, if it's a bigger blade like this, I'll probably go 3/4. I'll probably go 1.5 inches, you know, or whatever. The bigger the blade, the more you separate it. But with small blades like this, you see, here's the blade right here. So you go by your first mark. You break it right in the middle, and you go 3/4. Boom, 3/4. Now what I would do, if you're not very good with judging things by distance, because you gotta remember your eyelets are gonna be this big, and you don't want your eyelets hitting your blade. You want to kind of follow how your blade goes up. That's why I make it 3/4. So just go another 3/4 here. Boom. You know, then if you want to, you can make it bigger. You know, you could, you know, either bring it down this way or move it up. You just want your 3/4 dot. Then what I do is I put a dot here in the middle where I want it here. I think this one's close enough where I don't need one here. And then, I'll break this in the middle here and here. Does that look right? I think this needs to go. And I got these markers down in my Amazon links and stuff like that. I got all these little tools like that down in my Amazon links. You know, the thing is, now we go cut it on the bandsaw, and you want to make sure how you have your holes before you drill them. And if you don't like this, you can take acetone and a paper towel and wipe it off. See, I messed that one up on purpose for you guys. Oh man, I love saying that. I probably just cut that so it looked like I did 1, 2, and 3, but I messed that one up twice. There we go. All right, to the bandsaw. There we go. Next we'll just take them over and get them all drilled out. But it's almost midnight, so that'll be for tomorrow. See you in a second. Alright, here we go. 1/4 inch drill bit. I like to use the 1, 2, 3 block. That way I can move the block where I need to and keep this flat. You know, sometimes when you get like in here, it's hard to get to it because of how these are contoured. So you can bring it over and, you know, put the corner on there and boom, you got it. Make sure you got it all how you want it. By the way, 1, 2, 3 blocks are also down on my Amazon links and stuff like that. So I use these things. You can tell this one's old and rusted. I've got these things everywhere. All right, let's do it. See, that last one was a pain in the butt because of how this comes down. But see, that G10 left it open enough, because this is that one with the double. If not, this Kydex would have closed right down on it, and then I would have had to come way up in here and had a big old fight. But now it's pulled straight out. Another thing you gotta watch out, where the holes are, that's just your guide between 3/4. You gotta make sure you're staying even. Like I say, kind of go off of this and bring it in how you want it so it's a straight line. You know, you're gonna have to kind of use your eye for that and get used to it. Man, I've messed up so many, you know, because one was way down here, or, you know, too close to the edge, or, you know, off center, and then, you know, for me, it just messes with me, so, alright. I knew I had a tack lock somewhere. I was looking for the bolts for this, and there it was. And I actually looked, but this was like locked back in the drawer. Anyway, yeah, see? So, 3/4 and 1.5 inches. Boom. So I like to use the bolts. That way you know how tight it's going to be when you put the eyelets in. Plus you can see they're just a little bit bigger than the eyelets. See? So you can kind of make it even. You don't want to come right up to the bolt, but you can kind of use the bolt as a guide to where you want it. And then you'll know you're good. Then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to use the small wheel for in here, but I'm going to get all this here. All right, let's do it. I don't know what, I used to have bolts for all of these. I got the bolt, I just can't find the nuts for them all. I can only find like 3 or 4. Let me see if I can find a couple more. Found just enough. This is a 50, then I'll go up to like a 120, maybe a 220, and see where we're at. And then I'll put the small wheel and do all 3 of them. That way I'm not switching belts back and forth and platens and all that good stuff. All right, let's do it. I'm just gonna start with 120. We just gotta be careful. Let's see, this is a long one. This is why we leave the tape on it. Alright, so this is pretty tight, so we just wanna take a little bit off, test it, a little bit off, and test it. See, that didn't need much at all. It's still pretty tight, but yeah. We're gonna put a thumb ramp back here too. You know, right here, which I'll show how to do that. That might, just a little bit more, not too much. You gotta remember we're taking the tape off too, so. Alright, this last one's gonna be the same thing. Then I'm just gonna go up to 400 and I'll meet you, I guess, over at the buffer or somewhere. I don't know, we'll see. So, I'm just gonna lightly hit this on the buffer. You know, you can even open it up if you want to, open it up a little bit and hit it on there. You don't want to lay into it because then it makes it real shiny, unless that real shiny melted look is what you want. But any little things you missed on the sander, on the grinder or whatever, that'll come out and you might have to hand sand it or take it back one or the other. All right. I'm not used to having things not plugged in. I did this last video. Alright, all that's left is washing them out, cleaning them off, all that good stuff, making sure every little speck is out of the inside, and then putting in the eyelets. I gotta go. I'll meet you back at the bench. Alright, so I just washed all these out. The paper towel fell out of these, but check this out. Before you do anything, take Windex or something and wipe down your bench, because this just came off my bench. I thought my bench looked clean, and I wiped it down. Look at all that Kydex. All those little particles are Kydex. So, yeah. That, even after you clean it, then you put your things down, and all of a sudden you got Kydex, man. It gets in everything. I got the press. I actually bought this, I think, off Knife Kits. It's like 50 bucks for the little thing. I tried to make one, and I bought the cheap ones off Amazon. And they just don't work. If you watch my old videos on Kydex, you see I used to do it in my drill press. You know, I didn't turn the drill press on. I just put this piece in the drill press. It worked. Not as good as this, but it worked. Alright. So make sure we're good. Then you gotta think about which side they're gonna put it on. You know, are they going to wear it like this on the right side? Or are they going to wear it on the left side? You know, so most people wear it on the right side up like this. So then take your eyelets. See, boom. I always got to double check because I do it all backwards. And don't worry about the pen marks. We can just take acetone and clean all that off. But you don't want to leave acetone on plastic. Just clean it off and then wipe it off and then, you know, wash off the acetone real quick. Boom. There we go. We're done. So you gotta be careful and you gotta make sure this lines up, because I've had it where it didn't line up and it creased it. So, yeah, always make sure it lines up good. Then you press it in. One. Now, we take the tape off, but make sure to clean the knife real well. I mean, I can feel the Kydex. It's like sand. Now we clean off our blade. I don't want to spray it. Clean off our blade, make sure everything's clean. Get a clean paper towel. Cause that's one thing I used to do, and then I do all this work, and then I put oil on my blade or wet down the blade or something, and then I set the blade down when it had oil on it, and then get stuff on it, and then now we're getting the Kydex, and I'm telling you, man, Kydex looks awesome and it is awesome, but man, it's evil too. Alright, here we go. Wham! Boom! Woo! There ain't no play in that thing. Yeah, man. Alright, I'm just gonna do a high speed of the other two and then we'll wrap it up. Woohoo! Listen to that one. Yeah. This one doesn't have all this snap, but it's okay. Still no jiggle in it, so that's good. So that's about it. All that's left is sharpening, and yeah, they're done. Be up on my website and ready for sale. Now, I'm not gonna do a video on sharpening. I'll put one up in the cards here, because this video is already long enough, and a video just on sharpening would only be probably about 2 or 3 minutes. It's a pretty quick process, you know, same thing over and over. But now I am going to put a thumb ramp on here. You just take like a heat gun or some kind of heat source and heat it up, and then take a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and push it up. If you watch any of my other Kydex videos, it's real easy. And then you let it go. You don't need a thumb ramp, but it just helps to push this away. Anyway, that's about it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Let me know how you do your Kydex. Is it like I do it, or do you just... I see a lot of people that just form it, put the eyelets in, and then shape it afterwards, which, you know, I guess you can do it that way. It just seems risky, and you get a whole bunch of stuff in there. But anyway, I got Amazon links down in the description and on my website, along with shirts and knives and stuff like this. Hopefully these will be up there pretty soon too. Let's see, I'll put the Knifemaking 101 here, the rest of the playlist. I'll put knife vlogs right here, click to subscribe, and right here's my website. Hope y'all having a great day, and as always, take it easy.